team in the NFL.
Definitely a strange year. Being outgained almost every single week until last
Yeah.
week, and still finding ways to win. You're lucky you got T.J. Watt, who finds a way to make a game-changing play in some way. But the things that I talked about, I did a number of interviews in Pittsburgh after Matt Canada was fired. Oh, let me see. You probably throw the Firemouth down the middle of the field, which they did, one of his best games of his career. You're going to run the ball and try to limit the exposure for Kenny Pickett, which they did. So they used a very simple formula to have their biggest yardage total of the season and get a huge win. And it's interesting how sometimes just a philosophical change can be enough to spark a big win. Now we'll see if that's sustainable, but certainly they are, in the playoff picture. And based on what I saw last week, if they can keep Firemouth healthy and always have that threat in the middle of the field and occupy safeties and linebackers, well, then now you got the yin and the yang. Are these linebackers worried about the run game? Or are they worried about the tight end? And if you can create that indecision and put those guys in conflict all game long, then both those parts of your offense can be successful.
It's always chicken or the egg, with a coordinator like Canada, a quarterback like Pickett. Plenty of blame to go around offensively this year, but I was always in on Kenny Pickett. There's something to performing late in games, clutch situations. He's done it his whole life. I don't know. Maybe there is hope for him. He looked pretty dang good against Cincinnati with this new offensive philosophy. I mean, do you think Kenny Pickett can turn that corner, be the quarterback the Steelers need here post Roethlisberger?
I think they'll still need to play Steeler football. Is
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett going to go out and become, Big Ben Part 2 or resemble any of these quarterbacks who we think of as all-time greats, Drew Brees, Tom Brady's, Peyton Manning's? No, I don't see that necessarily in his future. But the Steelers play good defense. They run the ball well. They run the ball well enough to set up some play-action passes. Yeah, then I think Kenny Pickett can continue to grow into the role. But I think to expect him to be able to drop back 40 times a game and deliver it all over the field, I don't think that's quite within his skill set currently. And I'm not sure if long-term he can actually become that kind of quarterback.
Which, hey, you know what? Bring it back to those grimy Steeler wins that you were accustomed to, right? Nothing wrong with that.
Which,
Maybe
okay,
not Neil O'Donnell at quarterback. Maybe you don't throw the ball to Larry Brown a couple times in the Super Bowl, but sorry about that.